So, that's something I wanted to talk about, and I didn't script this or anything, because that's never how I work. And it's, basically I decided to stop streaming. At least for the most part. I've got a lot going on in my personal life. Job hunting, that kind of thing. And just, not that I don't have the time, but I don't have the energy, I guess is the best way to put it. I have a couple of things about it that I'd like to talk about. One is, I don't know if you've noticed, if you watch it day by day, it may not be as obvious as it feels to me. But, I've definitely heard this from people that come in once in a blue moon. That when I first started this, I was high energy, it was fun, I was laughing at the stupid games, that kind of thing. And lately, the only reaction that I seem to get, or within myself, is just when a game goes bad or takes long, or I get frustrated, I get angry, and I yell and I curse, and that's not what I want to do here. It's funny once in a blue moon when I'm playing a game that's absolute garbage. That's something that's meant to do that, like a BS ROM hack or whatever. It's another when I'm playing games I like and know and still am getting frustrated. I have anxiety, that's a thing I deal with, and I think that I'm one of those people that it manifests as being angry. So, I just don't think I'm in the right headspace to maintain this. Secondly, and I was talking to Avi about this one yesterday, I've kind of plateaued. For the last, I don't know if it's 6 months, but for a good period of time, my streams have just been Katie. Which is fine. I don't mind that. But it's Katie and bots and lurkers. And that's fine. That's not an issue in and of itself. But every other viewer I have that's consistent are all Meat Space friends. Which again, I don't have a problem with this. It's just part of what I went out to do is to help the charity. Admittedly, this was more a hobby for me. But when, and there goes my phone. When my friend got sick and couldn't do her charity stuff anymore, what I really wanted this to be was a way for the charity to make consistent money in the same nature. And I knew that would take time. I knew I wasn't going to magically start pulling thousands of dollars right off the bat. But I've been at this for a year and a half now, and I've pulled less than $100 total. I've tried to promote myself in every way I know how, and it's helped here and there, but it seems like I'm just at this space and I can't get beyond it. And I think that rather than spending the money on commissioning items to sell shirts and this and that, if I'm gonna do things like that, the money might be better off just going directly to the charity, because this existed, I guess, to make me feel a little bit better about things that are going on in my life. And it's just become this chore thing. And the other part of it that's a problem for me is a friend of mine basically said, hey, every time we hang out, you want to stream. And while she didn't outright say it's a problem, and I don't think she meant it in that way, it made me think. And it becomes, do I really want every weekend I have almost to be devoted to this? I will leave things early so I can stream in the evening, or this or that. And no, I really kind of don't want to have every time I see friends and this and that, it revolves around doing this. That's not a knock on people that choose that. It's just, to be successful doing this at this point takes more effort and time and really money than I'm willing and capable of giving in my current headspace. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm completely done. I still have a couple of other things I'd like to do. The song request streams where I do Tetris or Mario Kart actually really do help my headspace. They're almost therapeutic. Just because they're both games I know exceptionally well. Tetris is almost hypnotism to me. And Mario Kart 64 has just kind of become almost the same way, where I kind of get into my own headspace through that game with music. So I'm not against, once in a blue moon, once every couple of weeks, jumping on and doing that. And I have one other project I would like to try to do, more as a thank you for Katie for being here for as long as she has, is if I can get a PS1 emulator to work, I want to do a full playthrough of Symphony of the Night. And I have to talk to my friend Amanda, who has the emulator working on her stuff. I should be able to just bring in a USB drive, get what I need, and it'll play on here 1, 2, 3, I hope. And that may be my last project on the stream. But that's also very up in the air if the emulator works, if my connection stays okay, this, that, and the other thing. So that's nowhere near a guarantee. But if it happens, that'll be the last big thing I do. Not counting that I'm still gonna try to do the song request things once in a blue moon, just for my own benefit. And the last thing that I wanted to bring up, a lot of people have given me charity items over the course of charity streams, and I've talked to the bulk of them. Things like cosplay prints, books, art prints. I got t-shirts from one person, Scarlett Hellion, go follow her. But with all of these items, I came under a quandary of what do I do with them? I have plenty left. And I stopped and I thought about it, and I DM'd everybody who gave me a fair amount of items that I still had left. And I presented them with the choice. I can either give the items back to them, paying for shipping on my own dime, because they spent the money to ship them out to me. Why should they have to pay to have me send them back? But, to their credit, each and every one of them turned around and said, to hold on to them and give them to the charity's chairperson. I took out a couple of items just by virtue of I don't think she'd appreciate giving those out. Generally the buttons that say die please, because she kind of didn't like that message at all, but she's like, that's not connected to the charity itself, so she didn't mind it. It was more my product, Avi's art and everything, but my stuff, and the money goes to her. She didn't mind it there, but I don't think she'd like giving that away directly. So I pulled those pins out. There's a print or two that I had from people that were a little risque. Not too many, one, I think, maybe two, that I pulled out, again, for the same reason. And then, as much as I like them, a Lara Shade sticker of nice cleavage with a meat cleaver is a great pun, but I don't think appropriate for a charity that deals with kids. Also, go get her shirt. Lara Shade is good. But at the end of the day, I want to thank everybody who gave me items, which is always my ending anyway. I don't really want to jump anybody because I'll forget, but stay until the end of the stream. I'm going to let my ending run for a full minute so everybody can read and everybody can see everybody who's given me items. One last thing I'm going to do is I set up one final prize pack specifically for Katie because she always donated and she always helped for charity streams, and she never won. And I feel like after everything she's done, all the support she's given the stream, that she should get something out of it. So, there's one, so she's getting a prize pack with one print from each person, including one art print. I know people gave me one copy of a lot of prints, so she has one print from each person, and then Scarlett gave me lots and lots of copies of the same print, so she's got those. T-shirt, and like I said, a bunch of the items I had left over that would have been in the last prize pack. But yeah, that's it. That's my reasoning for going away, and I will still be part of this community. Like I said, I'm not leaving Twitch. I'm still going to watch streams, host streams, that kind of thing. I'm just not going to do my day-to-day streams because I'm not in the right headspace for it. I'm really not. And maybe you'll catch me on a day I feel like doing some Tetris or some Mario Kart to clear my head. Maybe you won't. Those streams are all whatever. If I have an audience, I have an audience. If I don't, I don't. But those are going to be few and far between, Maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. Kind of as needed, as it's sort of a weird self-medication thing I do. Anyway, that's it. Thanks everybody for being here, and thank you for all your support. Anyway, here is all the people that I want to thank. Most of these people, as you can see, are active on Twitch. Avi Viavai does art. She's active here, that same username. Ing for Art records a podcast on here once in a blue moon, but it's also very good. You should follow him. Natala Molotov on here. That hasn't streamed yet, but I know plans to. Her username is actually Sir Her Arts, SIHIRARTS. Bucky Snow Angel is Jules, and they no longer stream here. And then other donators I've had, Amber Unmasked, which again she doesn't stream, but her website is amberunmasked.com. You should check it out. Mimiko Baker has been inactive lately, but I know she'll be back when she can. She's another streamer. You should definitely check out her channel. She's always hilarious. She mostly does visual novel kind of games, but she does lots of other things too. Saya Cat's a cosplayer. All of her streams are creative. Again, same username. She's active here. Kel Physics, unfortunately, isn't terribly active here anymore, but still want to reach out and thank her. She gave me a lot. Ginny Liz still has an account here, but she doesn't really stream. But she is on social media in general under that name. I know on Facebook she has MS in front of it, so Miss Ginny Liz. Definitely follow her. Trixie is not on Twitch either, but she does a lot of stuff on Twitter and Instagram, believe under that name. Fork Girl Cosplay, she's active here, almost always creative streams, definitely follow her. Ginny D is not active here, but she's a cosplayer. She's very active on a lot of other social media. Her username on most sites is usually It's Ginny D. No apostrophe on the S. Definitely worth following. She does excellent work. And Indiria, I hope I got the name right this time. She yelled at me last time. Janania. She's the artist that I did the unboxing for not too long ago. She does a lot of webcomics. Sometimes under that name, sometimes under Metal Sorcery. Definitely go look her up. Support her work. She's really great. Scarlett Hellion, she's given... Out of everybody on this list, she's the one who's given me physically the most items. She's the one who gave me big old piles of prints and a whole bunch of t-shirts to give away too. And the giveaways wouldn't have nearly as much in it if not for her. Her username here is Scarlett Hellion, all one word. She mostly does games like StarCraft. She does do cosplay streams once in a while. Definitely give her a follow. And the last one is Alara Shade. She gave those stickers. She's a partnered streamer. She's also the one who was on my shirt for this stream. Definitely go give her a follow. Check her stuff out. Although really anybody who's following me has probably already started following her if they're interested. But still. And thank you all so much for all your support.